right, so I think I'm going to head to Boise, Idaho. I've seen quite a bit of Oregon, or well, as much as I thought I would, and spent quite a few nights here. So I'm going to head to Idaho, and Boise puts me in a good central location to do Silver City, actually swing into the Sawtooth Mountains, which is what I really want to do. And then from there, come back south and maybe do Shoshone Falls and Craters of the Moon and some other things that people have recommended. So, but I could really use a shower. My laundry's starting to pile up, and I could get that done too. And with all the dust on these roads, this whole thing is just completely dusty. It'd be nice just to wipe this thing down in a parking lot and wash all my bedding, because I'm sure that's full of dust too. But yeah, this southeastern Oregon and southern Oregon, I have not experienced more dust than I have here. It is insanity, and it's a really fine dust. Your skin's dry, you feel it in your teeth. It gets, you know, these Jeeps aren't sealed all that well. And the seals aren't too bad. They're not as good as they could be. I've done something to them to try to make them a little bit better, but I still get a little bit of dust inside the cab, not as bad as it used to be. But yeah, so I mean, not that I need to wind down or anything, because I don't. I've really been taking my time these past few days. But the laundry and the shower and just pulling myself back together, I think will really help out. And since it's free, why not? And I'm really not going that far out of my way, because if I was, then I'd just stop at a truck stop and get a shower there and do laundry there. But this way I can take care of a bunch of different things at one time and kind of regroup and really plan out what I want to do. I'm looking at the map, and things are just kind of all over the place, and I don't want to drive too far out of the way for something that I'm just going to look at and say, okay, been there, done that. I'd like to actually spend a little bit of time, but I'm under 2 weeks now before I need to meet my girlfriend out in Rapid City. So I need to also plan and make sure that I don't have to rush through like Grand Teton. And I was kind of hoping to go south from there through Wyoming and then up into Rapid City. So we'll see how things go. And if I find anything on the way to Boise, then of course I'll stop and take a look. And I'm not in a rush to get there, but if I don't find anything really interesting, then I'm just going to motor on through. Alright, so as somebody said in one of the comments on one of my videos, in Oregon they have weigh stations where you can just pull up and weigh. They're unmanned, and I finally just saw one by accident. So I finally got to pull up on one, and I am running empty. I've only got about 3 gallons of gas left, and I'm only carrying about half the water that I normally carry. But where I'm at right now is 5150, so 5,150 pounds is what this thing is rolling at. So I guessed about 5,000, so I wasn't too far off. I fill up the tank, and I also, you know, fill up my water, and I'm at about 5,300. So that's some weight that I'm pulling, and I'm not really getting too bad of gas mileage. I'm off highway or on trail roads and dirt roads. I'm averaging between the two about 10 miles a gallon, and on main roads I'm averaging between 14 and 17 depending on the wind and the elevation, so not too bad overall. All right, so I was headed to a hotel in Boise, but I'm still on the Silver City Road, which is pretty cool, leaving Silver City and going east, or coming in from the east. Really cool road on certain areas. And I came across, I've been looking for an overlook and maybe saying I'll stay at a hotel tomorrow night. And I think I found one. It's kind of steep up this little hill. And I just took a walk up there because over the ridge, you can't see what's on the other side. I don't like driving and not knowing how far I can drive on the other side before going over. Other than this ridge, which has a view over the entire area, it's just amazing. There's also another road that goes down to a canyon edge, and I might decide to stay at the canyon edge. But one of these places is home for the night. I'll do a hotel tomorrow night because this is just too cool. So this is what I'm looking at, and this is where we're going. So right up there is where I'm gonna go. Well, my phone, I don't know if it ran out of memory. I just had to delete the delete box. But I just went up and over the hill, and now I'm going down to the other side. So right down there is a view over the canyon. So I'll take a look at that before I decide on this spot at the top of the hill. Road 582. So based on what I'm seeing, I think this is going to be home. I can always, and I've had plenty of spots up on high points with the view, but to be able to sleep on the edge of a canyon, I just think would be pretty cool. I haven't done that yet. I don't know how many chances I'm going to get, so this definitely looks like an epic place to stay. Back up to that and call this home for the night. That is so cool. So check that out. It's basically going to be my view out the back. I think I'm going to pull up to the left of this fire pit, and of course there's a little bit of wood from some dead shrubbery, but not much. So right up there is where the other high point was, not at the very top there, but there. But that was a really nice view, but I'm kind of digging that and the canyon walls. Actually, I might, now that I look at this, I might just back up to this. Yeah, I think that's better. That's cool too. Alright, so I'm all set up. I actually did more than I normally do, which includes setting up my chair. But the breeze is so nice from that direction that that's going to feel really good. It is pretty warm out. I'm going to have the windows open tonight, at least crack for that breeze to blow through. Have some of this, have a couple of sandwiches, and sit down in my chair and actually enjoy the view. So there's my view from where I'm sitting, but I don't think I've had a view like this on this trip yet. I've had some really pretty ones, and a lot of them are pretty in their own way, but I've never sat next to the edge of a canyon wall and been able to look down into the gorge like that. So that is really nice. Really happy about this spot, and glad that I had the patience to keep looking for something on my way to the hotel before I booked it. I can wait till tomorrow. Now that the sun is setting, the little bugs are starting to come out, so had to close up the Jeep, and gonna have to put the repeller on and then open up one of the doors and kind of flush them out. But there's a bunch of this dead brush laying around, and there's a nice fire pit here, so I figured I'd get out a fuel tab, book of matches, and just start a little bit of a fire. Nothing too crazy. Saw that it was above moderate but not danger at a couple of places today. I didn't see any burn bans signs or anything like that, so should be all right. Things are still pretty green around here. So one MRE book match and one fuel tab, and it's already going. It's going quite nicely. It's not even all that much in there, really. Stuff is so dry though, it just takes off. So picked up a little bit more, and that's going to be pretty much it. I'm not going to burn for too long, but it is nice to have.